Morning tea again. Morning tea again. Morning tea again. Sip, 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 sip.
Good morning, Greenville, and welcome to this episode of Morning Tea with Princess Ashley. We're so excited, it's homecoming week! Did you hear about all the fun things happening? First, let's start about what's already been happening. Starting this past Wednesday was the Set Free movement to end slavery in all of the world, really. But what they're doing is they're saying, hey, don't eat chocolate, or really just, hey, don't buy chocolate. Because when you're buying chocolate from places like Nestle or Hershey, you're actually supporting, in a way, child slavery. So, don't buy chocolate if you're doing anything with the parade, and well, you should have bought your candy by now, it's Friday, but just remember when you're out and about in the grocery store, or if you're out and about at the gas station, don't buy chocolate. Stick with Laffy Taffies, stick with Jolly Ranchers, Starburst. There's a lot of things that aren't chocolate that are really delicious. Suckers, so yeah, don't buy chocolate. Also, and that's a month, so that goes until November 22nd. Today is homecoming week, well, weekend. So many fun things are happening. Today at 2:30, Dr. Hartley is giving a colloquium, about the media and Christianity. And if you know Dr. Hartley, it should be super great and super interesting. If you don't know Dr. Hartley, you should go because you should get to know him because he's a pretty rad dude. So 2:30 today in Whitlock Music Center, go and listen to Dr. Hartley. Also, today at 4 o'clock is the parade. I hear you cheering. You're so excited. So today it'll go all along Elm Street and whatnot, and you can look online and you can get the full map of where the parade will be going. That way you can make sure you can get the maximum amount of candy. If you stand towards the end, I just want to let you know that's when everybody's like, either people don't have candy, they're like, I have all this leftover candy. Let's just throw a whole bag at that person. So, you know, it's a risky situation, but you could figure it out. I'll be in the parade, I'll see you there. It'll be lots of fun. The dance is going to be Saturday night. Wait, skip back a little bit, reverse. At 11:30 start the tailgate lunch over at the football field and soccer field. You're gonna wanna head out there because the football game's gonna be starting and the soccer game starts at 2. And I know they're doing shuttles and they're really trying to encourage all of y'all to take shuttles. So you can meet and get in circle and you can get a shuttle all the way out there and all the way back. The shuttle will be running from about 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. So make sure you head out there for a fun time and building lots of community together. Then that night, there's the dance, and it's actually for the first time that I've ever known about. It's gonna be outside, so that's super cool, super different. It'll be a new atmosphere, which will be fun. You might be thinking, oh my gosh, Ashley, it's gonna be super cold. Well, don't worry, they will have space heaters, and I think they have these really big heat lamp things, and a dance floor, so don't worry about your shoes. Head out to the football fields, they'll have huge tents, it'll be really fun. Make sure you're there Saturday night. And then I think that wraps it up for all the homecoming activities. There's so much to do. I really hope you stay on campus and have lots of fun. When we get back, we'll have an interview with John Massena. See you then.
Sip, 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 sip.
Hello,
Was I supposed to?
Shut up. I'm here with my roommate Daniel Franzen, and today we're talking about just roommate stuff. This is Fun Times with Brian. Let's begin. Daniel, I hear you're a big fantasy football fanatic. Is that true?
I enjoy fantasy football, yes.
Okay. So tell me how you're doing in your league this year. How many leagues are you in?
I'm just in one with you, and you knew that
Yeah,
ahead of time.
Yeah, I knew that. Who's winning in that league right now?
You are winning.
That's correct.
You are winning.
I just wanted you to say that. I heard you're a good fake laugher. That's fun. Is that? Let's hear that. Is this
That's
true?
actually not true.
Let's hear it.
That's not true.
Let's hear it.
That's not true, Brian.
Give me one.
Brian, that's not true.
Here, I'll do one. You do one, a better one. Okay.
Okay, go on.
Yeah. So you're getting married here in a couple months.
In like 11 months.
Oh, 11 months, all right. 1 and 1 is 2.
Yeah.
You're getting married. Wasn't Melissa's previous boyfriend better looking than you?
I wouldn't say so.
I've seen pictures, Dan. He is one gorgeous looking man. Can we show a picture? Can we show a picture? There it is. Okay. Facial hair runs in my family. And normally males are quite good at this
And growing it.
subject, yeah.
Is it also true that
so what makes
not
you
reading well and being white trash runs in your family? Okay, fine. We're even.
All right. So Dan, as you know, me and you are pretty good at harmonizing.
No, you're not.
Is it true? Can you verify that in a song? Just a random song?
I have to start.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know, start saying. You know our national anthem.
Yeah, I know. I know the national anthem. Yeah.
Oh, say,
Can you see?
That's good.
Yeah.
That's all we know. But, oh, let's ask more things.
Yeah, go ahead. You have a question? You have a question for me? Let's hear it.
So growing up, I understand that you had a lot of difficulty fitting in, a lot of difficulty with basic learning abilities. I know you've shared with some people closer to you in the past in, you know, the convenience of being alone and vulnerable.
Yeah.
And I just, like, I'm sorry if I'm bringing anything up that maybe you don't want other people to know.
No.
But other than that, like, I know you dealt with a lot, like not being athletic, not being good looking, and that was really difficult. That was really difficult for you. And then, like, on top of that, you weren't very good at school. I know you had problems reading, writing. I know you had problems with math, gym. Well, we already went over that a little bit.
Yeah.
But then, like, tell us about something changed your life. Can you explain, like, how you walk? And maybe give, like, a little bit of an example, not with your feet so much as your hands and how your feet naturally sit.
Okay.
Just explain that to people and how that affected you growing up.
Okay.
Like, the self-esteem... I understand that self-esteem wise,
Yeah, I get the question.
Okay,
so, walking is for me so much bigger than moving around. Just
tell them how your feet are.
It's a way of life, you know.
Tell them how your feet are and tell them how it affected
you.
Do you
walk
as a child.
in the shadow of somebody else, or do you walk with Christ? That's
Okay.
a real question.
So explain to them how your feet are when you walk, and then explain how that made
My
you,
feet
like,
face out.
Why? Partially because he's overweight. That's my guess.
That's not just a fat person thing. I don't know why you think that is. You always bring that up like it's a fat person thing. It's not.
He can't even bend down with his knees straight. When he squats at his knees, they bend like apart and go outward.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, millions of people suffer from that. You're just talking about.
I don't know about millions.
Let's just make fun of people with Ebola. Why don't we do that? Yeah, right.
How many people do you think?
Right, Ebola's funny. Let's talk about it.
So,
yeah.
anyways,
so you want to talk about movies? What's your favorite movie? Hotel for Dogs.
I like this joke, Brian, but I gotta go poop.
You gotta go poop?
Yeah, let's go. Can we start this over? Let me go first.
No, we'll bring it in there with you.
I'll just go. You can take it, I guess.
All right. What's your favorite dog?
Kind of dog?
Kind of dog?
Massive.
Mastiff?
Yeah, probably.
What's so awesome about them that you like?
They're big.
So you like big dogs?
Yeah.
What draws you to them besides their bigness?
You can cuddle with them. Are you putting this on camera?
You know what? Shut up, Dan. I'm trying to end it.
Oh, sorry.
This has been Fun Times with Brian.
And Daniel.
Thank you.
Is that it?
You're an idiot.
Hey, where are we going to take this? Okay.
Sip, 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 sip.
Welcome back, Greenville. Today we have none other than John Massena. So we thank you so much for being here.
No problem.
We're really excited. I'm excited to get to know who you are and that we get to experience a little bit about your life.
Great.
So, who was the John before Greenville, like the young John?
Before Greenville College?
Yeah.
I grew up in a very small town, not very far away from here, called Sorrento, Illinois. It's about 600 people.
My core group is actually doing a project in Sorrento at the elementary school.
When you run into the... Have you been there?
Yeah.
There's a janitor there.
Okay.
He looks like Mario from the Mario Brothers games.
Okay.
That's my dad.
Nuh-uh. Okay.
My dad. His name's Dave. He's like the greatest guy in the universe. I got a lot of love for him. He'll answer to Mario too.
That's really.
He
that's
absolutely
what the kids,
will.
The kids probably all call him that, right?
They do. We got him to dress up as Mario for Halloween a couple years ago.
Awesome.
He is the gentlest, sweetest, nicest, bad joke telling guy you'll ever meet.
Right. So he's a great dad.
He's absolutely a wonderful father. I'm lucky. I know that I'm lucky to have a good dad.
That's wonderful.
So I grew up there. I have no athletic abilities. My brothers are quite gifted with athletic abilities. I shouldn't say that. I'm a really good ultimate frisbee player.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
maybe not in my old age, but...
So that's why you're at Greenville.
I played a lot of ultimate frisbee. I skipped a lot of classes to dominate
That seems
Scott
to be
Field.
a trend.
Yeah, you know, what I'll say, let's have some honest talk here.
Okay, honest.
Let me talk about
The real John.
the ultimate frisbee players I've seen on this campus.
Uh-huh.
They play with like a third to half of Scott Field.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite childish. I'm gonna say it, it's wimpy.
Yeah.
They should play full field.
Wimpy,
They're
ultimate
wimpy.
players.
They can't throw very far. I've seen them
Yeah.
throw. I'm like, if I could travel back in time 20 years to a younger, fitter John, I
Yeah.
don't know, well, maybe even now I could probably take them.
You could probably go out. You should go out there.
Let's be honest. I could probably take them right now.
Do it.
But I should go right now in my suit.
Yeah, I mean,
if they're
why
out
not?
there right now, I should go.
Although it's kind of raining, so.
Well, see, that's the other thing. That never stopped us.
Yeah, that
They're-
doesn't stop them a lot of times.
They're probably not out there today, though.
I don't know.
So I've watched them. They've even asked me to coach, and I just don't think they're ready. I don't
Not
think
yet.
they're ready.
Well,
So
that's why you need to coach. You need to whip them into shape.
I guess it's a lot of time.
It is.
And I have like children and a
What's
family.
that about?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I kind of fell into that.
So you're an ultimate frisbee player.
So I was an ultimate frisbee player. That happened later in college. So since we're talking
Okay.
pre-college, I
Yeah.
grew up in a little town, about 600 people, middle of nowhere. I actually went to high school here at beautiful Bond County, Community Number 2, right down the road from here. Known for my amazing tuba playing abilities.
I heard that you're a little bit of a troublemaker.
I was in college. See, I was
Okay,
voted.
So you're a GC alum.
I'm a GC alum.
Tell
I'm
us
a
about
GC
that.
alum. In high school, I was voted Mr. Nice Guy, like hey, you're the nicest
Right.
guy. We'll vote you Mr. Nice Guy, Mr. Congeniality.
Yeah.
And when I came to college, even though it was here, and I had avoided Greenville like the plague. I didn't want to come to Greenville.
As most Greenville kids.
Yeah, my mom went here. I had a great aunt that went here. I had some other family that went here, and I was like,
Right.
And then I ended up coming, and I loved it. But I did make a conscious decision not to be, at least with the ladies, not to be the nice guy. Because my high school experience was, I dated basically the same girl all through high school. She's a wonderful human being, love her to death, nothing wrong with her, but that was high school. I wanted to date other people more than just one person.
Right.
But I had a lot of female friends in high school, and they were all just like, you're so nice. You're the nicest guy
So you were
ever.
friend zoned.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
Hardcore
The friend zone, love the friend zone.
Yeah.
Lived there.
Yeah.
Just lived there. So I decided, I looked at the guys who girls were interested in, and I was like, oh, they're not very nice. It's not that I wasn't nice
Right.
or courteous. I just decided I wouldn't be as concerned with just
Their
being
feelings.
friendly.
Yeah.
I was concerned with their feelings, but
Okay.
I was just like, I just wasn't very aggressive.
Right.
So, in college that became a problem because I didn't realize, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, if
Okay.
modern Greenville College has changed.
I'll let you know.
If you asked a girl out in college, and you went on a date, and that date went well, she would go back to Bird Hall and basically announce your engagement. I didn't know that happened.
Yeah.
I found that out later.
Well, guys nowadays don't really ask girls on dates. I don't know what's up with that. I'm kind of trying to bring it back, but
So what do you guys do?
hey, let's hang out in a group. let's go get coffee. That's
So
not
they
a
are-
date.
so
They're
they're
whips.
Cowards. They're complete.
That's why when I was single, I made it a point to, if a guy asked me out, I'd have to go out with him no matter what.
Have
and
fun.
then I would tell him later on, okay, thank you so much for the date.
Sure.
I'm not interested.
Sure, and you'd
But,
have
let's
fun
just,
while
like,
you're
I
on
want
it.
to
Yeah.
encourage that, like, ask girls out.
Yeah, it was kind of, there were a lot of guys who wouldn't ask girls out when I was in school too.
Yeah.
And so they would get upset because I would be like, oh yeah, I'll just ask her out. And they'd be like, but I talked to her the other day, I'd be like, are you taking her on a date? Are you...
Did you buy her a ring?
Yeah, are you going out or something?
Right.
No, but I talked to her. Well, if you're not going to ask her out, I think I might. And if it doesn't go well, I'll let you know. And it, you know, obviously it didn't go well with all of them, so... So I did more dating in college. I did a lot of pranking. I really made it my goal to, I didn't want to leave college and regret that I hadn't done something. So I tried out for theater. I did a lot of improv and sketch shows. I wrote for the Greenville College Papyrus. I was a nationally ranked slam poet with the national slam poet scene. I just did everything I wanted to do while I was that age. Because I was like, I'll only be 18 to 22 once. And I had a great time with it. So troublemaker, I don't know. I wasn't a normal, like, let's hang out with a group of friends type Greenville College guy. I wanted to get out and have some fun.
Good. So not so much a troublemaker, just a college guy.
I mean, I wasn't opposed to making a little trouble, but I didn't do trouble that would hurt anybody.
Gotcha.
It was a lot of, like, streaking Burritt Hall or, you know, water ballooning prayer groups, stuff like that, you know. Sacrilege and blasphemy and nakedness. That's what I am for.
That's
so,
good. Good.
Yeah.
So today's terms, like taking the today John Massena, what kind of high school clique would you put yourself in? Like, would you be a preppy kid, a jock,
like looking back on who I was then?
No, like who you
right
are now. Yeah. What category are you in?
I don't...
You can be a crossover if you think you're more than one.
I just don't even know what the cliques are today. I guess I wouldn't be that dissimilar to probably who I hung out with in high school. I liked my high school friends. Well, maybe you should help me because I don't cliques. Oof. I was pretty nerdy. I read a lot. I read a lot of comic books. I play a lot of Dungeons and Dragons, and I play a lot of video games. And that's me.
And I heard that you're into Star Wars.
I'm a little into Star Wars.
A little bit. Tell me a little bit about that love in your life.
So as a kid, you know, like I was born in '76, so about the time Star Wars comes out. So as a kid, when you're growing up in the late '70s, early to mid '80s, like Star Wars is like, you got that.
That was cool, right?
Oh, that was the stuff, you know?
Yeah.
And so I became pretty obsessed with it, so much to the point that when, I want to say it was like 83 or 84, they showed Empire Strikes Back on CBS. And it was without commercials. And before they show, and that was a big deal.
Right.
And before they show it, they, and I remember this pretty vividly, probably more than I do actually watching Empire that night. My brother Chris, my older brother, and I, we were sitting there, and they showed this guy, or this group of people, and they were like, we've watched Star Wars 100 times. And I would turn to my brother and my dad, and I was like, those are the coolest people I've ever seen in my life. I've watched it 100 times. And then they pan to a smaller group of people, and they're all dressed up, you know, like it's prom or the Oscars or something. Those are the same, right?
Yeah.
And this group of people's like, we have watched Star Wars 250 times. I was like, can you believe that? And they just kept panning to different groups of people that would watch these movies.
So funny.
Just a stupidly incredible amount of times. Until eventually some guy watched it thousands of times. Now the Guinness Book of World Records used to allow you to have records for watching a movie the most times, and they realized that it's just really
stupid and
a
waste time.
But when you're like 8,
that's cool.
Yeah, you're like, I can do this. So we would watch one of the movies every day. We usually watch it multiple times a day, and we'd mark it down. So like Empire.
You were gonna be in the Guinness.
Yeah, not anymore because they don't let you.
You were gonna be though.
I should be. At the time, that's all I wanted to be was like, I'm gonna be the kid who watched Star Wars more than any other kid. So like I've seen Empire's my favorite one because Empire is it's like Empire Strikes Back, The Godfather, The Godfather 2, Big Lebowski. Best 4 movies ever made, right
Yeah,
there.
okay.
I'm glad you agree. So I've seen Empire like 680 something times, and I've seen A New Hope and Jedi more than 400 apiece. And
Nice. So
No,
you've
nice,
got 'em.
yes.
You've got them down. Well, have
been
you
a long
ever
time.
been to Star Wars weekend at Disney World?
I have.
Good. So you feel the love.
I feel the love.
So I worked at Disney World.
You
and
worked
so,
at Disney World?
Oh yes. So that's where I get the whole princess.
This is why
from.
we're best friends.
Yeah, and so I worked
Wow.
Star weekends.
Wow. Are you
Yeah.
from that area, or
No,
just did like the college program or
Yeah, I
something?
did the college program and then I worked there seasonal.
Can you
so.
tell? Can you tell how jealous I am of this? This is like
I mean, when you retire, I suggest moving to Florida and working at Disney.
I might retire right now.
Yeah, okay. I mean, it's a great job. I loved it. It's super fun. So you love Star Wars. Who's your favorite character? If you had to pick one character from all the movies.
When I was a kid, it was Luke.
Oh, I reckon.
Yeah, as I've gotten older, it's Han, and I think that's a natural maturation process probably for all. But Luke probably still.
Hold a special place in your heart.
He does. Everybody wants to be a Jedi.
Wonderful. So tell me about your family. You have a wife.
I have a
who
wife.
I heard that you love very much.
I do love my wife very much.
Yeah.
It should be everybody's goal in life, but definitely every man's goal in life to marry up.
Yeah.
So I've won the lottery. She's smarter than I am, prettier than I am, less morally reprehensible than I am. I mean, she's just a wonderful human being. She's a social worker. Actually, she's a healthcare consultant, but she's a social worker by training. So she's a licensed clinical social worker who works with. Let's see if I get this right. If she watched this, she's gonna be like, you explained it incorrectly. She helps hospitals manage and market inpatient and outpatient units for older adults.
So she trains people to help people.
Yes, and she helps them manage their books and markets to them. It's much more complex than anything I do. And very important. And
She has to be smart.
she's very fancy. And she is very smart, yes.
That's
very
awesome.
smart, yeah.
That's wonderful. And you have 2 beautiful daughters.
I do. Sophia, who is 12, and Samantha, who is 10. They are
And
great.
tell me about their personalities.
Sophia is very kind, an animal lover. She, every time we see an animal, wants to bring it home.
Right.
Most kids grow out of that, so I don't think Sophia ever will. She
That's
just
her.
loves animals.
She's gonna live on a farm. That
Yeah,
has
she will.
everything.
We will see a cat that is like just some rabid animal,
Oh, yeah,
and she'll
that's
want to
what
pick
we
it
love.
up. And if I'm like, no, don't do that, she'll cry because she fell in love with that animal.
Right.
And it's wonderful to see a human being that has so much love for other things.
Uh-huh.
So she's very tender-hearted. She's very smart. She's very musical. She's a pretty great kid.
That's awesome.
I got a lot of love for her. So.
And Samantha?
Samantha's the destroyer of the family. Love her.
She's Bam Bam.
She's a bit Bam Bam. Not as much as maybe Claire Amundsen, but she's a bit Bam Bam. Sam just is. She doesn't take your crap. Sam is gonna put up with it. She's a tough kid. And
She's gonna protect Sophia.
Yeah, but at the same time, Sam had a little issue earlier in the year where some kids were bullying her, and Sophia was going to like
Pummel those
pound
kids,
down
yeah.
on some kids that were much younger than her. I mean, she was going to
That's
bring
awesome
the thunder.
that you can
so,
see them working together.
yeah,
and-
they like each other. My siblings and I always got along.
Uh-huh.
It's my hope that they always get along. So.
Yeah, I mean, it took, like, I can remember, we had petty fights as younger
Oh,
kids,
sure.
but now my sister is 22, and then I also have a 15-year-old sister, and we're, like, as tight as can be.
And how old are you?
I'm 21.
So 22, 21, 15. That's interesting spacing. That's
yeah,
fun.
and then I have an 8-year-old brother. So
Oh, good.
there's same parents, lots of space.
There you go.
Yeah, that's how they planned us, so.
Fantastic.
So my last question, most important question,
Okay.
if you ask me, who's your favorite princess?
Oh, Snow White.
Why?
Oh, she's just adorable. She's
Yeah.
beautiful. Oh, yeah. She's the prettiest princess, and she's gentle and kind to animals, and she's sweet, and I love her to death. I love her so much, though, when we go to Disney World.
You went to see Snow White.
Oh, I go see her. I go see her. I get her autograph. It's like a joke between my children and my wife. Like, they keep an eye out for Snow White, and they'll be like, Mom, there she is. Are you jealous? There she is.
That's
and
so funny.
man, I tease
Right.
around with them. And,
Of course.
yeah, oh, that's wonderful. Yeah.
I as well have a deep Snow White and I are best friends. I have a deep love for Snow White.
Wow.
She's a wonderful person, so.
Yeah, that's my impression.
That is awesome. Well, John, thank you so much for being here today. We really appreciate
No
you,
problem.
and we loved getting to know who you were. Have a great magical day, Greenville. We'll see you next time.
Morning tea again. Morning tea again. Morning tea again. Sip, 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 sip.